Queen Elizabeth II can be described as one of the most powerful women and monarchs the world has ever seen. In British history, Queen Elizabeth II was the longest reigning monarch who ruled for over 70 years. Throughout her reign, Queen Elizabeth did all within her powers to modernise the institution of the monarchy. Until her death on the 8th of September 2022, she was a famous and courageous leader whose love for her people was pure and unquestionable. Notwithstanding her fame, power and royalty, the Queen was rivals with some people and couldn't stand them. Keep watching to find out the famous people Queen Elizabeth could not stand during her reign as Queen. Number 1. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger was a man of many talents. He was a singer and an actor. Amongst his legendary hits were Sympathy for the Devil, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Jumping Jack, Gimme Shelter, and Flash. As an actor, he was featured in Free Jack and some other movies. Apart from being a singer and an actor, Mick Jagger was also a knight, as he was addressed as Sir Mick Jagger. He's been a knight since 2003. As strange as it sounds, Queen Elizabeth II wasn't in support of him being a knight, but she couldn't stop him. Hence, she wasn't present at his knighting ceremony, as is the custom. Her son Prince Charles represented her at the event. Her reason for not being present was that she was undergoing knee surgery. One cannot help to think that the Queen's absence wasn't a result of any knee surgery. Rather, it was because she couldn't stand Mick Jagger. One cannot tell specifically why the Queen disliked the idea of Mick Jagger being knighted. Rumours have it that Mick Jagger had a thing for the Queen's sister, Princess Margaret. Both of them were always on the phone, and Margaret invited Jagger to several events. Queen Elizabeth wasn't happy with this and didn't want her sister running off with Mick Jagger. Number 2. Donald Trump. Like many people in the world, the Queen couldn't stand Donald Trump. Trump showed his rudeness on many occasions during his first official visit to the Queen. First, he kept the Queen waiting for more than 5 minutes. Trump and his wife Melania did not bow or curtsy to the Queen while greeting her. Rather, they shook hands with her. Many royal fans have said that he broke royal protocols, while some others have said that Trump and his wife didn't break any protocol by not bowing to the Queen, as it was optional. Another annoying and weird thing that Trump did during his visit was walking slightly ahead of the Queen during the inspection of the honour guards. The Queen tried to signal with her right hand, but he wouldn't budge. However, this didn't take long, but it was a no-no on all sides. Who walks in front of the Queen if not Donald Trump? The Queen just couldn't stand him. Number 3. Boris Johnson. The Queen just couldn't stand British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Her Majesty was constantly displeased by Boris's bad behaviour. Reports claim that the Queen looked for ways to sack Boris Johnson as Prime Minister when he shut down the Parliament unlawfully for 5 weeks. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Boris Johnson adamantly insisted on having his weekly meetings with the Queen, even after he had shown symptoms of COVID-19. He was proud and didn't want to be restricted by any law. He was later convinced to hold the meeting over the phone. However, the meeting could not be held as the Queen said she couldn't hear him and that he was coughing terribly. Boris Johnson was certainly not one of the Queen's favourite Prime Ministers. If you want to be part of our family, quickly subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell so we can keep spilling the royal tea. Number 4. Margaret Thatcher. One would expect the two powerful women who ruled in a world of patriarchy would get along with each other, but the reverse was the case, as Queen Elizabeth and Margaret Thatcher had a complicated relationship. They were always at loggerheads with one another. The Queen wasn't happy with uncaring Thatcher. Queen Elizabeth ensured that she stayed out of political issues. However, she didn't agree with Thatcher's refusal to impose the necessary sanctions regarding apartheid in South Africa, and was scared that Thatcher's decision might result in the splitting of the Commonwealth. She found Thatcher's political view rather weird. Though they both struggled to work together for more than a decade, she wasn't the best person in the Queen's book. Number 5. Tony Blair. One of the Queen's least favourite Prime Ministers was Tony Blair. Reports have it that Queen Elizabeth was asked by a senior French diplomat who her favourite Prime Minister was, and the Queen replied that question ought to be who her least famous Prime Minister was. She further revealed that her least favourite Prime Minister was Tony Blair. The Queen didn't like the name the People's Princess that was coined for Diana after her death. This name was coined by both Tony Blair and Alastair Campbell. For the state opening of Parliament in 1997, Tony Blair and his wife didn't follow royal protocols. They breached precedents by acting differently. They were both walking in front of the crowds from Downing Street to the Parliament, while the Queen came onto her royal couch. This act of theirs made the Queen so angry that she sent an official complaint from Buckingham Palace to the then Prime Minister. According to royal experts, the Queen's presence in the state opening of Parliament acts as a reminder to politicians that the state is more powerful than them. However, Tony Blair and his wife disrupted things by walking amongst the crowd and shifting attention from the Queen when she arrived. It was so clear that Queen Elizabeth couldn't stand Tony Blair, as he wasn't invited to the royal wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton. Number 6. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Jacqueline Kennedy was another person Queen Elizabeth couldn't stand. During her visit to Buckingham Palace with her husband, President John F. Kennedy, it is said that Jacqueline Kennedy described the palace as dilapidated, sad, and second-rated, and that it looked like a neglected provincial hotel. How rude and uncourteous can one be? Jacqueline didn't stop there. She also described the Queen's dress as out of place and outdated, stating that the Queen was unintelligent. Another aspect of their visit was when Jacqueline invited her sister, Princess Lee Radziwill, and her husband, Prince Stanislaw Radziwill. Both of them were divorcees who were in their second and third marriages respectively. The Queen wasn't pleased with this and didn't want them, because traditionally divorcees were not invited. However, due to pressure, she allowed them to come, but ensured that her sisters, Princess Marina and Princess Margaret, were not invited, and Jacqueline was eager to meet them. Jacqueline wasn't pleased about the absence of the Queen's sisters. She told Gore Vida that the Queen got her revenge. She went further to say that Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, was nice but also nervous, while the Queen, on the other hand, disliked her. Number 7. Chinese officials. Queen Elizabeth just couldn't stand Chinese officials. After President Xi Jinping's state visit to the UK in October 2015, the Queen was caught on camera telling a senior police officer, Lucy Deloso, how the Chinese officials were very rude and that they walked out on her and the British ambassador. However, when quizzed by the press, China's Foreign Ministry spokesman refused to say anything regarding the Queen's comment. Number 8. Princess Diana. Queen Elizabeth didn't have any issues at the beginning with Diana. She particularly approved of the marriage between Diana and Prince Charles. Otherwise, the marriage wouldn't have seen the light of day in the first place. For Queen Elizabeth, the royal wedding came at the perfect time, when England had social unrest based on anti-conservative issues, and a royal wedding was needed distraction. The marriage between Prince Charles and Diana was done at the perfect time. However, after the wedding, Princess Diana was never cut out for royal life. She wanted to be her own woman, and sometimes didn't understand that being a princess meant playing a role. When Diana's husband, Prince Charles, started cheating on her with Camilla, Diana was tired of seeing no support from the Queen and being told to suffer in silence. She was so emotional and unpredictable that the Queen just couldn't handle her. Diana saw any criticism from the Queen as hatred, and the royal family was ganging up against her. None of the Queen's strategies of patience, silence, or steely look had any effect on Diana. The Queen had no other choice but to agree that divorce was the best option for Charles and Diana. However, in 1997, Diana died in a tragic car crash, a year after the divorce was finalised. Number 9. Camilla Parker Bowles. There's just a thing between Queen Elizabeth and her son's choice of spouse that doesn't go well with her. Queen Elizabeth could not stand Camilla Parker Bowles, now Queen Consort, as she assumed that Camilla was distracting Prince Charles from performing his main duties. She wasn't happy with the fact that Camilla was the reason why the marriage between Prince Charles and Diana didn't hold. She blamed Camilla for not leaving Charles alone so he could sort out his marriage issues with Diana. The Queen was so displeased with Camilla that she and her husband, Prince Philip, didn't attend the wedding ceremony of Prince Charles and Camilla. It was not until 2000 that the Queen acknowledged their relationship, when she had lunch with both Charles and Camilla in Charles's residence for the King of Greece's 60th birthday with both Prince Charles and Camilla. Number 10. Meghan Markle. Queen Elizabeth didn't like Meghan Markle from all angles. First, she was a divorcee, a supermodel, and an actress. The Queen's relationship with Meghan was further strained when they announced that they'd be stepping down from royal duties, and the interview they had with Oprah where they aired their dirty linens of the palace outside. This act of theirs broke the Queen. Shortly before the Queen's death, during a reception at Balmoral, the Queen reportedly told a small group of people that Harry and Meghan's union was evil and a complete disaster. One certainly cannot be friends with everyone. There have to be some enemies along the way. Can you think of any famous people Queen Elizabeth II could not stand? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Click here to watch more videos, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.